I'm pretty sure no one on YouTube talks about their 19th month on Etsy. It sounds a bit random, and it might be a bit random, but I'm tracking each month I'm selling digital products on Etsy, and I'm documenting it here on my YouTube channel for you and for myself. So you can actually look at each month and see what has been going on, how was it performing, how many listings did I have, how much revenue did I make, how much ad money did I spend. And all of this will be super relevant when you can see at the end of the tunnel that something is working really, really well. And then you look back and see like, yeah, but month 19 didn't look that great, or month 18 or month 10. So it's really cool to just look back. So I'm making this video for the future, and I hope you will enjoy it and just join my journey and see what it is like to sell digital products on Etsy. So I want to jump to my computer right away to show you all the numbers. But before I do that, grab your free ebook about Etsy for beginners, where I talk about selling digital products on Etsy. It's a guide where I go through step by step what you need to do. It's 100 pages and it includes also a workbook, so it should really help you start setting up a digital product on Etsy, and it's for free. I decided to make it free for you so we can connect and you can let me know what you think. So there's a link in the description below where you can grab your free ebook. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and let's get started. So here you can see my visits, 3,399, which is actually a little bit lower than last month. So it decreased a little bit, but it's still okay because the other numbers look a little bit better. Let's have a look at, well, actually last year first, and you can see it's a massive difference. And one of the reasons is that I was driving traffic from Pinterest to my Etsy shop, and one of the pins took off and there was a lot of traffic from Pinterest coming in. And you can see especially one day it was over 1,200 visits, and that also meant that I sold quite a bit. But yeah, let's have a look at orders. 189 orders this month, which is a little bit higher than last month, but still not as much as last year. So last year in 2023, I'm talking about 2024, but we already in 2025, so it's a little bit confusing. The month of November, December, and January were really, really great for me. So that's why it looks a little bit red here, because there was some decrease. Conversion rate is up though, so I had a lot of traffic in 2023 and my conversion rate was way lower than 5.6%. I think it was more like 3 or something. So that improved. You can see it's green, great. But let's jump right into the revenue, because I find that is honestly the most interesting part. And you can see the revenue was 11,031 Swedish krona. I wish that would be dollars, but it is $990 US dollars. So I almost hit my $1,000 revenue per month, but we are slightly under. Nonetheless, I feel it's getting better again. It's slowly increasing again, everything, orders, revenue. So November 2024 was not too bad, I would say, especially because I haven't published any listings. So I haven't really done anything on Etsy apart from just existing, having my shop on there. Replying to customers every now and then, which is maybe like 1 or 2 per week. So it's not a lot. So having almost $1,000 in revenue for not doing anything per month is pretty cool. But let's have a look at my ad spend. So here you can see I had 13,600 views in November, which is much, much higher than usual, because you will see in a second why. I had 437 clicks. I had 2 days where I didn't run ads because I think it was the weekend. I just wanted to see, if it does anything if I switch it off. But then we had 27 orders, and you can see there were more orders actually at the end of the month. And that is because I spent $5 each day, apart from these two kind of weekends. Well, I started with $5 and then I went down to $3. And you can see that orders picked up more at the end of the month, where I spent less, to be honest. But I feel like it was because of the build up I had, these $5. So it's interesting. I don't think if you just spend one day $5, that it will do its job. I think there is a bigger algorithm behind it, where Etsy learns about your listings every time, clicks on someone and what their kind of profile is, what other things they are clicking on, so they get a better picture of your customer. So I feel like because I spent more, I had more opportunities to get people looking at my listings and having the potential to buy them. And then at the end of the month, Etsy was a bit better in predicting who could be a really good customer for me. That's how I interpret it. And you can see also almost the last day in November, I made almost $70, and it was from 3 orders. So that's pretty cool, I think. So you can also see that my revenue was more than double what I spent, which is really good. So I found a little bit an interesting sweet spot for me, and I will show you also December, and now it's January when I'm filming this. And I'm continuing to actually run ads because now they work much better for me, whilst I had a period of time where they didn't work for me very well and I barely spent anything, not more than $1 a day. Or I had periods of time in 2023, actually in December and January, where I almost didn't spend anything in ads, and that has changed now quite a bit. So I love talking about Etsy ads because it changes a lot, and you really have to experiment with it and see what works for you and what doesn't. And sometimes there are periods where it works better and periods where it doesn't work that well. And I think obviously Etsy also makes a lot of changes all the time to accommodate. So you have to keep experimenting and see if the Etsy algorithms work for your products. But let's have a look at an overview of the past 10 months to see what was going on in my Etsy shop. And here you can see from January 2024 to November month 19, 2024, what the development was, visits, as well as orders and revenue and profit. So you can see it has been quite steady in the past months. Yeah, since June maybe. It has increased a little bit. Well, it's still quite similar, I would say. And then the profit you can actually see in month 19 was $694, so almost $700. But I did spend much more in ads, Etsy ads, than usual, double than last month. And also you can see normally when it's around $30, it's just $1 a day. Yeah, and you can see in January 2024, which was actually, if not the best month so far, where I made $1,750, and I barely spent anything on ads because it was all organic, and I had 370 orders, so I'm still quite away from my old kind of numbers. And that has a few reasons, I would say. It's a lot is competitions. I can see there is quite a bit of competition, and Especially some are from like countries like maybe India, or I mean, India pops into my mind, where you know you don't actually need that much to have a good life. So you can sell something for, you know, $1-2 sometimes, and you will still make a decent amount of money. For example, I would say having like a profit of $700, depending obviously where you are. It can buy you a lot. It can pay your rent, it buy food and stuff. I live in Sweden, so that you know, it's not enough for me, of course, to purely live from that money. But again, it's challenging, but it's also exciting, you know, for me to just try different strategies, what I can do to improve my shop. It's for me personally not a reason to just give up and say like, oh, because there's so much competition, I have not a chance. I still make money with my Etsy shop. And it's great. If you have watched one of my videos, or maybe it's an upcoming video, I will go through all my goals, what I want to do with my income streams this year, what I want to concentrate on. So make sure to follow along. But yeah, that was my 19th month on Etsy, which is a bit random, but hopefully it was also a little bit interesting for you. And you can always leave a comment down below to let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much for watching till the end, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!